Okay, so I'm just gonna give a few slight synopses of. I can prove the existence of God so simply. Okay, so God, this alleged God individual, is cause in the authorship of some literature. It's alleged on this planet, and it's alleged further that this so-called God isn't particular about who he uses to communicate. He will use anybody that's willing to listen to him, basically. And really has. So the alternate theory to God is that, well, some really smart rocks and gases got together and fornicated, and boom, Bob's your uncle, got a universe happening, complete with poetry inbuilt into creation, like butterflies and bees, impossible things happening, all kinds of ways for this very, very sentient creator to communicate with his creation, which is what you and I are. We're a creation of God. And this God individual left us all kinds of signs, and just not only prove that he exists, because he knew he would be reticent to leave them, mere opportune deductive reasonings. We are much deeper beings than that. So, this God allowed for us to discover some fundamental things, not only about ourselves, but about the universe within which we live. And so one of those things was, a long time ago, like 4,000 years ago, they had these guys in the desert writing in parchment, predicting bombs and aircraft. Creatures that fly through the sky, making a huge, terrific, thunderous noise like the thundering of many rivers converge. And there's going to be eyes in this creature. There's eyes in the wheels where the feet should be. There's going to be wheels where the feet should be in this creature, and knees that don't bend, and wings that don't bend either. Wings that don't flap. Not only that, the lights in the wheels obey the lights in the nose. They obey the lights, the being that sits in a dome that oversees the aircraft. That being is referred to biblically as the light of God. So, when I read that as aircraft, when aircraft are flying about and dropping 100-pound hailstones that scorch a third of the earth, that's also biblical quote. And so, with all these cardinals and humdum, numbfuck, academic Catholics and Anglicans and schmumblenuts dither-fucking themselves and their congregations, all the hell with all this mumbo-jumbo horseshit. So, God left us, and knowing that there's going to be a king that's going to have to marry a fucking city. And I'm that king. I'm not happy about having to marry a city. Because your mom's in town too, Eve. So, it's a big party that's been planning for some time. And you do have a God. You've got scriptures that reveal it. Like, how would somebody know enough to instruct some scribes 4,000 years ago in the desert? And you got to remember, ink wasn't cheap. No, there was parchment to sit and scribble this shit for basically their whole lives, devoted to this one pursuit, authoring scripture. These were very likely homosexual men God chose for these lonely careers. They could at least be with each other. It was never God's intention for human beings to be lonely. That perverts us real quick. Anyway, so there's some stuff that's so stupid and so obvious, and none of your scholars have bothered to lift one thought over to another or connect one dot with another at all. You're being served by a bunch of lazy, goddamn sluts for priests, archbishops, cardinals, popes, the whole goddamn 9 yards of them. They're all fucking sluts. Whores living off Jesus. They make me fucking livid. So I don't think I'm going to get along too well with the Archbishop when I meet him tomorrow or Wednesday or whenever the hell I'm going to be able to get some time free with him. But there's not a cleric on this fucking earth I cannot destroy in 3 seconds or less. Fuck all of them. Goddamn, piss me off. Anyway, I'm your King of Kings. And I'm starting to have a little bit of fun with this job. I didn't for the longest time. It was a fucking drag. But now we're having some fun. Well, now we're seeing some of our winning hands. I was too preoccupied with running problems to notice what God was trying to say to me. Anyway, we'll see how those turn out. But I gotta tell you, you do have a God. And He does miracles. And He's doing them for me big time right now. And I'm your King of Kings. Don't you forget.